of Thomas and the puppet Lila. In the heart of an old European town, nestled between cobblestone streets and flickering lanterns, there stood a puppet workshop that had seen better days. Its shelves were lined with wooden figures, each whispering silent tales of performances past. But none held more secrets than a delicate dancer named Lila, who hung forgotten in a dusty corner, her graceful leg broken and her dance stilled. Into this world of forgotten dreams stepped young Thomas, a boy of 14 with hair carefully styled to stand up in spikes and eyes that sparkled with determination. He was Great-Uncle Wilhelm's apprentice, eager to learn the craft but often rushing headlong into tasks beyond his skills. One day, as Wilhelm dusted off Lila, Thomas couldn't contain his curiosity. "Great-Uncle, why do you keep her if she's broken?" Thomas asked, pointing at Lila. Wilhelm's eyes softened with memory.
Ah, Thomas, Lila isn't just any puppet. She was a gift for your grandmother Rose, who always dreamed of dancing but couldn't due to her health.
Thomas wondered, "Why haven't you fixed her?"
The repair requires a delicate touch and steady hands. Mine shake too much these days. But I can't bear to part with her. Lila was special.
Thomas asked, "Special how?" Thomas listened with wonder as Wilhelm shared the story of Lila's creation and Rose's joy at seeing her dance. Lila embodied the dreams and hopes of Rose, Thomas's grandmother. Despite her frail health, Rose's spirit soared with every dance Lila performed. The puppet was a tangible connection to Rose's aspirations and the joy she found in watching Lila's graceful movements. This was why Wilhelm could never let go of Lila, even as his own abilities waned. Wilhelm added,
After your grandmother passed away, Lila was brought back here to keep her memory alive. Unfortunately, she got damaged over the years and has been waiting for the right hands to bring her back to life.
That night, Thomas couldn't shake the thought of Lila from his mind. He returned to the workshop after everyone had gone to bed, the moonlight casting a magical glow on the dusty shelves. He stood before Lila, her wooden face looking lifeless and her eyes dull. "Lila," he whispered, "I wish I could see you dance like Grandma did." He gently touched her cheek, and for a brief moment, he thought he saw a spark in her eyes. Night after night, Thomas would sneak into the workshop, poring over old manuals and practicing his craft by candlelight. He would talk to Lila, sharing his hopes and dreams, and sometimes he could swear she was listening. Her eyes seemed to follow him, and her expression softened. But enthusiasm without skill can lead to disaster. And one day Thomas's overeager attempts at repairing another puppet ended in a crash of splintered wood and tangled strings.
Thomas!
Wilhelm exclaimed, his voice sharp with disappointment.
Perhaps you're not cut out for this delicate work after all.
Heartbroken but undeterred, Thomas made a silent vow to prove himself. That very night, as rain pattered against the workshop windows and moonlight cast a magical glow, he carefully took Lila down from her hook and began the painstaking process of mending her broken leg. As he worked, he talked to her. "Lila, I know you were special to Grandma. I won't give up on you." Her eyes seemed to sparkle more with each passing night, and Thomas felt a connection growing between them. As dawn broke, Thomas made the final adjustments to Lila's leg. With bated breath, he gently pulled her strings. To his amazement and joy, Lila danced. It was at this moment that Wilhelm entered the workshop.
Thomas, what are you? Lila!
Wilhelm's eyes widened in disbelief. "Great-Uncle, I fixed her," Thomas exclaimed, his voice a mix of exhaustion and pride. Wilhelm watched in awe as Lila twirled gracefully.
My boy,
he said, his voice thick with emotion.
"You've done what I thought impossible. You've brought her back to life."
From that day forward, the workshop was filled with new energy. Thomas threw himself into his apprenticeship with renewed vigor, his hands growing ever more skilled under Wilhelm's proud guidance. Lila danced again, her graceful movements a testament to the power of perseverance and the magic that can happen when skill meets passion. And so, in that old workshop where broken things found new life, a young boy discovered his calling, an old man rediscovered hope, and a puppet named Lila reminded them both that with love, determination, and a gentle touch, even the most delicate dreams can be mended. The moral of the story? When we approach a task with genuine intention and recognize the inherent value in the object of our efforts, we can forge a spiritual connection with it. This connection, in turn, paves the way for success.